Hi everyone, it's Kristen Redmond, and today we're going to go over the planetary aspects that are surrounding us and affecting us for this week, May 1st through the 8th. And this week we are focused yet again on that Taurus energy. The past couple of weeks have really been focused on that. The sun transited into there, and so did Mercury and Venus. So we've had a lot of energy going through that sign of Taurus now. And Taurus is a very earth-focused sign that is all about money, all about anything physical, tangible, anything we hold a value. So our possessions and our self-worth also fall into that category with Taurus, but also the physical body too. So this week, there's a lot of really positive things that are happening with that sign of Taurus. And a lot of it is also going to be affecting the new moon in Taurus that's on Friday. That brings new beginnings, right? So this week, the sun that is in Taurus is going to make a lot of very good aspects with some planets like Jupiter on Tuesday. Jupiter is that planet of luck and expansion. So when that Taurus sun aligns in a very harmonious way with that Jupiter, it helps to bring luck for us in those finances. Anything that's physical, okay? And then on Saturday, there's another positive aspect that's going to be made to that Taurus sun, and that's going to be with Pluto. Now, this is even more beneficial because on Friday we have that new moon, which is all about new beginnings. So Saturday, when Pluto makes a harmonious connection with that sun, Pluto is the planet of transformation and change, and since it's going to be in that new moon phase of new beginnings, I see this as a very opportune time for new phases in our finances. Okay, this is a wonderful week for money, and planetarily and universally, there's a lot of energy behind that to benefit that. Okay, so when you think of things that have to do with your money, you think of changes in career, you think of maybe a new job offer is going to be coming to you, or finally getting that raise that you deserve. Unexpected gains that come through is a wonderful sign for this week, and a lot of new beginnings that lead to bettering the finances. And also, you know, Venus is that planet that rules our finances, okay? And it naturally is the ruling planet for this sign in Taurus that we're talking so much about. So not only does it handle our money aspects, but it also rules the area of our love as well. Love, beauty, and finances is what Venus does. So this new moon phase that happens on Friday, okay, this is very Taurus energy. Our outer self and our inner self is going to be very focused on the structures and the stability that we have in our physical lives when it comes to our money and with our love. So this is the time to really start and really manifest those new beginnings that you want when it comes to those two items, okay? And that's pretty much about it, astrologically, that we've got going on this week. But of course, you know, the new moon phase is one of the best times of the month to really, really put out there what it is you want, what changes you need, what things don't work for you anymore, and just dump it out in that new moon, okay? It's a wonderful thing, a good time to put your stones out there if you have, you know, crystals and things that you keep, or anything that you feel that may have like bad energy attached to it. So like, for example, we'll say my box that goes with my cards here, let's say I feel that that has some negative memories attached to it, some bad things, you set that out in the new moon and it will draw away, just like the tide, how it pulls away. It'll pull out that negative energy that is in that item. So good time to do that as well. So this Friday, just keep an eye out for that new moon and putting all those things out that you don't want, and the hopes and the changes that you want for your financial front for the rest of the year. This is going to be the best moon for that because there's such a heavy Taurus influence with that. And also with the body, too. This is a wonderful moon for that, too, because Taurus is a fixed sign, okay? And it's very stubborn, and it will dig its heels in until the job is done. So if you're putting out that intention to fix your body, to stick with a diet, to do that, the best times to start that is either at a new moon or a full moon phase. And this is a wonderful one because it is Taurus, and it is that fixed sign that will help you stick with it until you get your goals achieved. So keep that in mind with the money too, okay? So this week, what we're going to do is, I just left my big box away because it's just easier to use my angel stones here. We'll see what angels are around us for this new moon phase too, that also want us to kind of keep an eye out for something besides money because there's so much energy around that this week. So let's see what in that stones here, what angels we've got here. So this is a sodalite. Now, sodalite, this is the one that I equate to the Archangel Zadkiel. He is the angel of, not thought, but he is the one that helps us with our mental processes, okay? He's the one that kind of helps us remember things and to kind of let go of the memories that don't work for us anymore, or maybe even help to break those old habits. But he's also the angel of study too. So if there are any of you that have some major tests coming up this week, or your children have some coming up this week, especially with the end of the year and things like that, he is the angel of study. He's the one that you're supposed to ask during a test, oh my gosh, help me remember this, and he does. He helps bring those memories back to you. So, yes, I'm thinking that, and I'm thinking Mercury because that's in retrograde, and that's just been creating some, that will always create issues when Mercury goes into retrograde with thought process and communication, especially since Mercury is in Taurus, and that really slows things down for us in that time frame. So maybe that's something Zadkiel wants us to keep in mind here. So let's take a look and see. Let's do 8. I don't know why I'm feeling like I need to do 8, but we're going to do 8. So now another thing with the sodalite too is that it's a wonderful stone. Side note, I just happen to have one on here, so no wonder why I felt like wearing that. That is also a stone that helps to open our third eye, so we can clearly see behind the scenes things, you know. And in this new moon phase, that is something that makes a lot of sense because our sun and our moon are aligned together, and when that happens, it's like, what kind of eclipse between the two? What's getting hidden? So that's what we're going to ask for Zadkiel to help us open that mind frame up. We got like 3 more here, and then we got to open up that third eye and see what needs to be seen. So the 5 fire is, that's interesting, about conflict. Interesting. A little bit of conflict going on. Okay, so this is just saying, obviously, that there will be some conflict. I know that at the end of the week, on Sunday, on Mother's Day too, that the moon is going to be making a lot of really bad aspects with planets like Saturn, which is all about our lessons that we need to learn and things like that. And that will kind of create like disharmony, unfortunately, and it has to be on Mother's Day, of course, when that would happen. But maybe that energy just kind of carries through the week, you know, saying like there's miscommunications, and that can always lead to conflict. So maybe that's just a heads up for the week to kind of watch out for that. I'm going to pull another card that goes with that here. Let's pull a chakra card to kind of get a little bit more of the detail as to what type of conflicts this brings here. I'm going to do 5. Let's see here. Service. Isn't that interesting? Okay. So service, giving of ourselves to others, pretty much. And I'm just thinking because our moon isn't going through Virgo. What is in Virgo? Jupiter's in Virgo. That's that planet of luck and expansion. And of course that one's also retrograde because we've got 5 of those retrograde planets right now. So I wonder, this is a really, really interesting thing here. I feel like what this is, okay, the way I'm looking at it here, because we've got Zadkiel, the angel of memory and thought. Okay. We've got thoughts that are restricted now because it's also in an earth sign like Virgo, but it's in Taurus, so that's going to slow everything down, and we kind of step back and we logically look at things. I feel like that kind of creates these conflicts here, okay? Service is, of course, giving of ourselves to others, um, and being there for others, being compassionate for others. And I feel like that somehow is going to create some sort of struggle this week for some people. Maybe it literally is going to mean just that you're going to have difficulty volunteering or giving of your time, or some sort of other mental consideration that comes into there that kind of creates a block for this week here, okay? So, interesting enough. I'd be curious to see who this is affecting here, but I definitely feel like that is the message that they're getting through this week. The best thing with that, though, is if you're having some sort of mental standoff, I guess you could say, some sort of like competing goals or things like that with somebody else in a partnership, or maybe even service. I think of service, Virgo rules the 6th house, which is daily work, so maybe this is just an indicator that it's going to be kind of a rough work week with others. I would just kind of call on Zadkiel to help, because he's also the archangel for the planet of Mercury. So these miscommunications that happen that create these conflicts, he's going to be that angel that helps you kind of work through it efficiently and communicate what it is you need to say. So maybe a good money making week and things like that, but there's going to be a lot of miscommunication, I have a feeling. So just keep an eye out for that, everybody. And I guess we'll just hope for the best this week, and then hopefully the money that comes in will kind of make it all better. And no matter what with all these things, only temporary, right? And maybe that's what kind of helps you to focus on this new moon phase on Friday of wanting to start new beginnings for those monies. So maybe this is what exactly pushes you to really want to start looking for that new career, or what needs to take place to kind of create new beginnings in this 6th house. Service is what I'm seeing, of daily work. So maybe there's just new beginnings for that, and it all comes from the mindset. So all right, everybody, get all those things out into the new moon, your intentions, your stones, yourself, and bring in some new energy that's much needed for this wonderful phase of Taurus. Have a wonderful week, everybody. Bye.